My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his...
Yeah, first half was good, but second half was...
Oh, I don't believe this! There's a chance for a woman! Oh, they've scored! Let's go! Come on!
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is HUGH and you're watching live and pre-recorded action as we proceed into what is match week 19. Mikel Arteta facing up against his nemesis Unai Emery, who leads the head-to-head 4-2, I believe. It's a big one with Aston Villa just 3 little points. Oh, hold on a second. Fraudulent audio. Minor testing. 1 2 1 2. Minor. We are loud. We are clear. We are back in the building. Minor apologies. Yeah. Where are we? What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is HUGH and you're watching live and pre-recorded action as we proceed to the Emirates for the battle of the ages. 3 little points behind Arsenal Football Club. Unai Emery's Aston Villa have been on some sort of march towards the top. And with Emery leading the head-to-head 4-2, it is a big one. It is a huge one. Are we prepared? Are we locked in? Are we ready for war? The lineups are out. Let's have a little look. I believe the lineups are ready. Mikel Arteta is... We're without Declan Rice. There's no Declan Rice. We are a riceless Arsenal. Yeah? Martin Odegaard. Martin Zubimendi, Mikel Merino. Wow. Riceless. Saka, Gyökeres and Trossard start with Nketiah, Gabriel, Saliba and Timber. David Raya at the back. Yes, indeed. It is a new look, Arsenal, without Rice. I can't remember the last time we were Riceless. He has been an engine. And I guess... we are bringing Mikel in for defensive responsibilities or whatever he can offer that is Rice-worthy. Nketiah gives us energy on the left-hand side. Gabriel Magalhaes is back. We have the skipper. Substitutes bench. Let's have a look. Kepa Arrizabalaga with Ben White, Lewis Skelly, Nurgle, Madueke, Jesus, Eze, Martinelli and Kai Havertz. Clinical Kai is back. We have no Mosquera, no Dalman, no Calafiori and no Declan Rice. So the long list of injuries is shortening, but there are new names being added. Clinical Kai is back. Kai Havertz on the bench with Gyökeres starting, but will he finish this game? Oliver Watkins, Morgan Rogers, Emiliano Buendia, and Jadon of the Sanchos start top 4 for Aston Villa. Yuri Tielemans. Is it? I can't remember. Is he Amadou? I think he's Amadou Onana. Let's just check that actually. I remember him saying my name's not Andre in that little interview that he did. Luca Digne. Victor Lindelof, Ezri Konsa. I don't know who this guy is. Bogard. Lucy Bogard. Lamar Bogard. Lamar. and Emiliano of the Martinezes. Right, on the bench, they have Bizot, James Wright, Ian Matson, Andres Garcia, Leon Ruth, George Hemmings, John McGinn, Donil Marlen, and Jamaldine Jimmo. Wow. Quite a long list of suspensions. Matty Cash and Kamara included in those, and also injuries. Barkley, Mings, Harvey Elliott, Guesson, and Pau Torres. So what are we worried about then? We're worried about the form of Morgan Rogers for sure. Emiliano Buendia is back in the team and looking good. And Jadon Sancho being unleashed upon Hincapié, which will be interesting. I think the battle between Timber and Rogers should be a good one. Mikel Merino is going to have his work cut out in the middle of the park for sure. Probably looking at Merino fouls to be fouled, shots, cards, and maybe even a goal. It's going to be an all-encompassing action-filled performance needed from him. Who will bring the ball? You're concerned about Rogers and Watkini. Yes, indeed. Watkins is looking hungry, hungrier than ever, and always hungry against Arsenal as well. The head-to-heads, though, as we can see, 4-2.
Be excited.
Adrian Fossingen, love to your mother, my actual son. I hope you're well. He says, the players must show they have a winner mentality today. If not, Manchester City will steam ahead and create a gap. So we'll look at the standings. Manchester City just 2 points behind, 1 point ahead of Villa. Liverpool closing the gap as well. Who is Manchester City's next game against? Look at the form. It's worrying. The next game is against Sunderland, 1st of Jan. Sunderland, Chelsea, Brighton. I think it's best not to look over your shoulder. It's best to just concentrate on your job, get your job done, and everything will fall into place. Arsenal Football Club against Aston Villa. It's going to be no way around this. It's not. What's the FPL looking like? Not good. Not good. Declan Rice was in the midfield. It's not looking good. We'll go to that though during or after the game for sure. How are you doing? I think the fact that you've mentioned it means you're doing well. Canadian Goon, how are we? Love to your mother. Must win game, says Blah-de blah. Yes, indeed.
I would say that, be excited.
Canadian Goon, member for 41 months. 41 months of fraudulence. Mine actual son. Love to your mother. Happy New Year as well. Yeah. We've only got a few hours left. Wait, have we got a few hours left? How does it work?
No, it's tomorrow night.
Yeah, but it might be for someone somewhere, there might be.
New Zealand is the first New Year.
Is that tonight?
Yeah, it will be in the morning.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. Let's see exactly where we are around the world. We are international. I can see a Magalhães header, says S4Z. Michael says, this decides if we win the league or not. I wish I was kidding. The Pork Chop Express. If we don't win tonight, we ain't winning the league. Well, that seems to be a common theme amongst the comments. We have the pre-match huddle snuggle going on. Martin Odegaard leading the charge, scoring his first goal this season. First goal in 16 appearances. And it was a cracker. Straight from the ozone. Jadon Sancho's first Premier League start for Aston Villa. Wait, what? Full stop. That's shocking. Okay, well, here we go, lads. We've got the here we go from here we go town. It's Unai Emery at the Emirates yet again. Let's just try and get the timer in time. Where are we? Okay, we've got it. We've got it. We're underway. We are locked in and we are perfectly synced for Aston Villa against Arsenal. Premier League football, we go again. We need this win really because it's getting tight at the top, isn't it? It's getting very tight at the top. South London are in the building. Safe. They're safe, yeah? We've got St. John's, Canada. St. John's, Canada. What's that? St. John's, Canada. Never heard of it. Incredible. Welcome. Right, we're 30 seconds in, lads. We're 30 seconds in. We've got Atlanta here. We've got Australia. We've got Florida, Ethiopia, New Zealand. Incredible. Zamunda. Where's that? Zamunda. Where's that, bro? Algorithm Donnies. Where are we? Love to your mother, Scars. I hope you're doing well. Had a good Christmas and all that. Saka on the ball. First couple of touches for him. He's found Mikel Merino. Merino lays in Trossard. Trossard is surrounded though. And we will get the ball back with Saka winning it back. Timber finding Saka again. We're looking hungry. I think they know how important this game is. Not only for the 3 points, but also for the message that it sends, for who it's up against. You know, are we serious? How serious are we? How much of a nemesis is Unai Emery for Mikel Arteta? You know, can he do it again? I don't know. He really does find it difficult against Emery, doesn't he? Right.
It's a fictional country from Coming to America.
Zamunda. What a film that is, Coming to America.
Great.
They don't make them like that anymore. Wow.
Great.
Would they even make that film anymore?
I think it's a bit like close.
It's a bit close to the edge, isn't it?
Racist.
Yeah. Great film. Wow. How does it work? He's a king or something. And he gets a job at McDonald's.
The way his father lived.
Yeah.
Or something. Anyway, so he either gets sent to America or falls in love with.
He falls in love with the girl at McDonald's or something.
Her dad owns a McDonald's.
Yeah. Great film. Wow. He was good, Eddie Murphy. He was good.
That was so.
Is Eddie Murphy still alive?
Murphy.
Is it? Yeah.
Best life.
Oh, okay, right. It's like his brother took most of the screen time now.
Is that his brother?
He's got a brother, not in the film, but
Oh.
I think he has a brother called Charlie.
Charlie, no, that was a fictional thing.
No, he's got a real brother called Charlie.
Oh.
He looks just like him. He's also a comedian. I don't know whether he's funny or not, but yeah. Watching from the Netherlands, yeah. Amsterdam, beautiful. Vancouver, beautiful. Kosovo in the building. Arizona, Malta, south, down south. Donbass, Russia, yeah? Yeah, Mum. Donbass, Russia. No, wait, is he serious? Michael, are you serious? I think he might be. His name's Vorobyev. I think he might be. Zamunda, yeah, no, I fall for these ones because I don't know what that is. Charlie Murphy, R.I.P. Okay, right. That's incredible. We got Trossard on the ball. We are 4 minutes in. We are looking for our first clicker opportunity here. Odegaard in the 10, dinks it out wide towards Nkapie. And Villa back on the ball. They are going to hit us on the break. Watkins, good hold-up play, but Mikel Merino is there. Mikel Merino risking it all. Loses the 50-50 duel. And Villa back on the ball. It's quite a cold night in London. And you'll have to be up for this one. I'm sure those full-strength tackles will have that little bit of extra snap to them. And 4.5 minutes in, it is looking very even. Tense. She worked at McDowell's. Oh, is it McDowell's? That's right, yeah. Donbass is Ukraine. Ban the prick. Okay, right. Okay, is that what we're doing? We've got... oh, dear. 5 minutes in. Like I said, it's quite cold in London. Crisp. Gabriel is back. What'd you say?
Very cold.
It is cold, isn't it? We've got it all to play for, though. Who's up for it tonight? Unai will definitely be up for this one. He's locked in for every game against Arsenal. Arteta knows what's up for grabs here as well. What's up at stake. Big battle between Gabriel and Watkins going on. First words from the referee. He's just telling them both to calm down. There will be no calming down on my watch. Good to have Gabriel and Saliba back. Havertz on the bench now as well. The pressure is on Gyökeres, really, isn't it?
Seid gegrüßt, meine betrügerischen Brüder.
That's questionable. We don't know what that means. Let's just look it up, shall we? Should we test this gin? Greetings, my deceitful brethren. Is that right? A header over the top from Victor Gyökeres. First opportunity. Who's got the cross? Trossard in towards Marino. Marino down the line for Nkapie. Left-footed. Dinks it. And Gyökeres maybe should get that on target. Betrügerisen. Good greetings, my fraudulent brethren. Oh, love to your mother, Cadre. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. Victor Gyökeres. Form since September 21st. The focus is really on Victor. Can we turn provider for him today with Ødegaard looking to play in Jurriën Timber? Timber straight down the line, squares it, and it is blocked well, seen out by Villa, who can play their way out of trouble. And there will be a stoppage and play here for a man down. I think it's Ezri Konsa from the looks of things. He's taking a little knock. It's Timber who squared it. And it's, I was a little coming together by Gyökeres and Ezri Konsa. Looks like the Swedish international has stood on his opposite man's ankle. We've got goals going in left, right and centre as well. Lads, games elsewhere. Let's just have a quick goosey gander at these other games. We've had some Africa Cup of Nations today. Tanzania 1, Tunisia 1, Uganda 1, Nigeria 3. Senegal currently 1-0 up against Benin. Botswana 3-0 down against Congo. Right, Prem. Burnley 2-1 down to Newcastle. Chelsea against Bournemouth is 2-2. Forest 1-0 down to Everton. West Ham 2-1 up against Brighton. And no goals in the late kickoffs, which is Aston Villa, Arsenal, and Manchester United against Wolves, 10 minutes in. 2-2, Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer with Justin Kluivert and David Brooks. Caicedo, yellow card. Can I just say, he's got a yellow card in 4 out of his last 4 games. Yeah, 4 consecutive games with a yellow card, and then he had 1 game off and a red card in the game before that. Incredible. 2-2 there, though. Bournemouth really are, they're incredible games. That 4-4 against United will stay long in the memory. Some of those goals were incredible. Right, we have time wasting this early. I think both these clubs really are guilty. I know Arsenal fans probably won't want to admit this, but you know, you look at the Everton game, we essentially wasted time from the 27th minute after the penalty. We still will do stuff, but we'll only do it when it really opens. The door really is wide ajar. And these, you know, we know Unai Emery does that. It's more a game of chess with both of these managers. Very, very, very tense. This is huge. This is huge. Potentially pivotal in terms of the direction that both clubs take trajectory-wise for the rest of the season. Lose here and it could all go to pieces. It's also your competition. You know, it is looking right now like City and potentially Villa. I know the XG isn't really in their favour and everyone seems to be thinking they will just disappear, but they are there and they will be even more there if they were to win here. For Arsenal, you're up against City, really, who don't draw games. They win or lose. And That in itself is worrying. Onana wins the ball back on the halfway line, bringing it forward at Aganta here. It's Onana. He'll take his man on, and I think he should have let the ball go there. He had someone on his left-hand side. A couple of players asking for a penalty. I don't think there's any chance of that. He's fallen over after the challenge was made, really. Saliba, the man who's stuck a leg out, but he was looking for it. Onana goes down easily. No penalty, says the referee. I don't know whether VAR is getting involved, but I think they've got themselves a corner. 12 minutes in, Arsenal looking nervy on the break when Villa are on the break. Good run from Onana, took it all the way from the halfway line to the edge of the area. Then tried to chop inside and beat Saliba. Luca Digne will take the corner. From the right-hand side, left-footed, French international. Quality delivery. Into the box it goes. It's Lindelof, but headed away by an Arsenal man. Arsenal will have to concede possession again here, though, with Tielemans going all the way back to former Arsenal man Emiliano Martinez, World Cup winner, who, as an academy product for me, is just one that got away. Don't think it was entirely necessary either. Won the FA Cup, and then the rest is history. We've had a few keepers since then, haven't we? We've had, how many keepers have we had? How many keepers can you actually name since Martinez left? It's got to be about 8 keepers, isn't it? A strong challenge by Morgan Rogers, and he's laid in Watkins, and he shoots wide. It's Ezri Konsa actually who made the challenge, and how Watkins has not managed to stab that on target, I will never know. Great chance. Arsenal looking slightly fraudulent. Victor Gyökeres bullied off of the ball by Morgan Rogers, it was. And the through ball is perfectly played in towards... It may actually be Ezri Konsa. It's Konsa who played the through ball. Why does he look so much like Morgan Rogers when he was running with the ball there? That is Ezri Konsa through ball in towards Watkins. Gyökeres, massively fraudulent that. Sorry, you got to protect the ball better than that. Big, strong lad like you. Come on. 14 minutes in. Saliba on the ball and not being allowed to go backwards. We're forced into going forwards, and we've been relieved of possession very effectively by Aston Villa very quickly. That took about 10 seconds for them to get the ball back here. Havertz the saviour. CC 205 to a fraud. It is your big day, the big day that you've been waiting for the last 9 months. Yeah, it's looking you know, whatever you say, I'm sorry to say this, he hasn't been fed. He may well have his weaknesses. Ball in here for Villa. Watkins is in again. Watkins, step over. It's Morgan Rogers, sorry. Rogers, the through ball slightly fraudulent, and it was a hospital pass for Jadon Sancho. But another good break from Villa. We're really leaky today through the middle. Is this the Riceless effect? Here's Julian Timber bringing it forward for Arsenal. A bit of energy about the atmosphere now. As Saka takes his man on, plays a ball in towards Timber. Timber squares it. It's blocked by Lindelof though. First man gets it away as far as Odegaard, who wins back possession quickly, and Zubimendi can recycle here. Going into the corner. Odegaard maybe thinking about that dinked cross here towards the back post. It's gone towards Trossard on the volley. Great effort, caught it well, but it's blocked, and Villa can escape. Onana, again, brilliant. Look at the legs on this guy, going all the way over the halfway line. Goes past one, draws 2 or 3 men, keeps possession. And Villa now in Arsenal's half, taking their time about things. 15 minutes gone, 0-0. Still, best chance of the game, I think, has fallen to Olivier Watkini, stabbing about a yard wide from about 8 yards out. And Arsenal struggling to get anything going so far. Here we go. Raya is so clear of Emiliano. Ball into the box here, which We've got an Emiliano Buendia foul. There we go. On Saliba. Saliba goes down. It's a ball over the top. Oh, we're looking at the last chance for Morgan Rogers. Great ball from Tielemans. Sancho wanted it, but it's a poor pass from Rogers. It's too much in the path of Nkapie. He hasn't been fed. Excuse me? Does he use utensils? No. You can tell he hasn't been fed because he's not on the big chances miss list. He's only missed 5 big chances this season, whereas Haaland's missed 17. And they're shooting from the halfway line against David Raya again. They obviously have no respect for our goalkeeper. Watkins looked up and must have seen him miles off his line. Effort was blocked, but another warning. As we have got possession of the ball back. Timber will use Odegaard, drops a shoulder and tries to free himself of Buendia. We're walking it up with Nkapie. Back into Odegaard, crashed into by Buendia or Tielemans. Tielemans. And it's a clean tackle, says the ref. And Villa will bring it forward again with Buendia. Over the halfway line goes the Argentine. Feeds Watkins. Watkins on his favoured right foot. Step over, gets the curl, or at least tries to get the curl and place it into the bottom corner. Far corner. He's not Thierry, I'll tell you that. No curl whatsoever. Well wide, but he is warming up now and will only need a couple more before he does hit the target. That's usually how this works, right? Does the step over, tries to bend it around Saliba, but no bend whatsoever. 18 minutes gone, it's 0-0. It is clearly a big test, this. And so far we are surviving. First goal could be crucial. Feeling a Sancho Millie rock at the Emirates tonight. Yeah, that's a memory, isn't it? Wow, that was one of the most fraudulent Manchester United sides we've seen for a long time, and they came to the Emirates and started dancing. It's an iconic moment, that, you know. It really is. I can't remember whether that was the Rashford game. You know, I was at the game 3-2 when Eddie scored the winner. And Saka scored that amazing goal. Rashford scored an absolute cracker as well. And came into the corner and did that celebration. It was an amazing game. But I don't know if that was the dancing. I can't remember if that was that game. I've obviously, if it was, I've blocked that out of my memory. Here is Zubimendi squaring it to Timber. We are making headway. Timber will shoot here. Timber shot from distance, left-footed. It's blocked, but we are beginning to open up a little bit. Trossard gets into the box, crosses it towards Gyökeres. It's fallen to Odegaard. Odegaard's shot is blocked. Now it's... Ooh, it's a handball. Trossard. Trossard, handball. 38 months of fraudulence. Don Juan. What a guy. Love to your mother. I hope you're well. Trossard handball. As we edge ever closer. How are we, Don Juan? Are we feeling confident? Unai Emery looking focused. Pacing up and down furiously. Big battle between two guys from pretty much the same neck of the woods, who both have experience as Arsenal manager. It's such a huge contest, hugely important for pride's sake, for not only the position they're in, but what it means. How far have you really taken each club? A lot of opinions will be decided by the results as Villa bring it over the halfway line again. This time looking for Watkins with the long ball. It's gone straight through to David Raya, being watched by Watkins. Made his life as difficult as possible, but he frees Zubimendi. Zubimendi will start the cycle off again. 21 minutes in. Let's have a look at the other results so far. Scores so far. No other changes. Typically, these are the only two games that haven't had a goal. Arsenal, Villa and Manchester United, Wolves. Surely United beat Wolves. Surely. No Mbuemo, no Amad Diallo though. That will be a test. Here is Trossard. Trossard with a couple of step overs to beat Sancho to the byline. Gets his cross in. It's blocked by the first man and cleared. Victor Gyökeres has had the fewest touches in the match. One touch. One. Good God. One touch he's had. I mean, they're not passing to him, I guess. Should he come and get involved a bit more? One touch in 22 minutes. He must be begging for the ball. Here's Trossard. Trossard cutting in. He's going to have the shot himself, Trossard. Trossard. It's a weak shot. Low driven. Easily saved by the keeper. But it is a shot on target. Zero power behind it, it must be said. And Watkins with a foul on Gabriel. Jumping over the Brazilian centre-back. Cleaning him out. Watkins protesting that Gabriel didn't jump. What's he meant to do? But it will be an Arsenal free kick. 23 minutes in, 0-0. No Mbuemo. No Amad. No Bruno. No Prob. One touch is all it takes. I like you. I like you. Who's that? Domcar. MC Domcar. Ah, yeah. One touch is all it takes. Tune. Is Rogers. Rogers feeds Watkins. Watkins, massive fraud. Looked up for Emiliano Buendia, who was not on the same wavelength at all. Gyökeres is thinking about timing his run. He knows Trossard's not going to pass to him, though, so he's probably not going to bother running. Well, I mean, he's had one touch in 24 minutes. At some stage, you just give up. Do you know what I mean? You just be like, well, they're not. He's just sort of running around. I'm watching him now. He is trying to be available. Yeah. But, you know, if the ball doesn't go near him, what can he really do? We're very careful. We are walking it up with Marino. Gabriel into Odegaard. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard goes back over to Marino. Now Marino drills a pass in towards Zubimendi. Zubimendi tries to cross-field pass it towards Saka, evading Gyökeres completely, and the ball is intercepted. Villa back on the ball. Digne will clear. Timber with a great intercepting header. And Arsenal back on it with Mikel Merino now in midfield. He doesn't have the marauding abilities of Declan Rice, really, does he? But he's found Trossard. Trossard has drilled it out to Saka. Maybe Saka can run at his man now. He's got Buendia in front of him. He squares it to Trossard, who has moved over to this right-hand side and given the ball straight back to Aston Villa. We will go again. David Raya comes almost up to the halfway line to collect it, with Saliba and Gabriel the only players in our half. Taking our time on it, Saliba. We go again with Marino looking up and drilling it out to Trossard. Trossard can take his man on and does. He's beaten him to the byline, drops a shoulder and looks for a man. He's got Nkapie, Zubimendi, Gabriel, back out to Trossard. Into the corner goes Mikel Merino. The cross is there. It's blocked before it can get to Gyökeres. And it's out for a throw-in. Arteta with his arms folded, looking quite stressed on the sidelines, has to be said. He is going grey of late. Greyer, especially in the face. I'm starting to notice changes. He has been here quite a while now. Oh, Kai Havertz is warming up, potentially, taking the old jacket off, going for a first little warm-up. And, you know, with Gyökeres only having one touch, maybe this is a good game for him to get involved. You know, I can't see a game where Havertz doesn't come and get involved. He is much more technically gifted, that's for sure. He's much more averse to coming into midfield to help out, start the move. Got John McGinn warming up on the sidelines as well. Big name to leave out for Villa today. Big name to come off the bench for them. John McGinn. Yeah, thick-thighed John McGinn. Yeah. Yeah, John McGinn qualifying for the World Cup with Scotland. Arteta giving Gyökeres some instructions and the rest of the players some instructions as well, but especially Gyökeres from the looks of things. He is really sort of tapping him on the chest and pointing to him and explaining something that clearly they're not doing right now as Kai Havertz warms up on the sidelines. Wow. It's been a long road back for him. Onana is currently receiving some treatment. That's the reason for the break in play here. 28 minutes gone. It is 0-0. We have first goal from the Manchester United Wolves game. Joshua Zirkzee has given Manchester United the lead with a left-footed shot from outside the box. Sensational from the Dutchman. Have a look at that. Right from the top of the box. From open play as well. The only other shot coming from Benjamin Šeško. And yeah, Wolves are struggling, aren't they? 28 minutes in, one shot. No corners. 6 fouls. Yeah. Right, Onana looks like he's played his last football of the afternoon, evening even. Or at least he is on the touchline. Maybe he's okay. I don't know. He's on the sideline anyway. I think he might come back on, actually. Anyway. The free kick taken by Martinez is going to be given straight back to David Raya. Sportsmanlike conduct from the Villa. And we're back on the ball. Zubimendi bringing it over the halfway line. Feeds Trossard. Trossard against Jadon Sancho, drops his shoulder, cuts inside and goes back to Zubimendi. Saliba, well in the Aston Villa half now, feeds Timber. And now Saka on the ball. Saka to take on Buendia, it looks like usually, and Digne. He's gone past Buendia, gets stopped by the second man, but it falls to Odegaard, who dinks it in. And it's Saka at the edge of the box again, who's going to lose possession and commit the foul on Morgan Rogers, I believe, as he tried to escape. Ooh. Saka. Up against it today. Oh, we've got some famous people in the crowd. Do we know who that is? Dua Lipa.
Oh, Dua Lipa.
Famous faces. And we're back underway, right. Arsenal looking to make it happen with Odegaard. Mikel Merino doing the Lord's work and being brought down. Mikel Merino fouled by Yuri Tielemans, who is protesting his innocence, but has conceded a free kick in a dangerous area for Arsenal. Odegaard was fouled there as well, but Mikel Merino brought down by the Belgian international, and Arsenal with a chance here to create something or force Gyökeres to get a touch of the ball. It's a free kick, which Martin Odegaard will probably be the one taking. Bit too far out to have a shot, but there's probably a cross happening here, you would think. We've got 5 or 6 Arsenal bodies in the box already at the back post to make a run. Everybody's involved. It's whipped in and it's straight into the arms of Martinez. So Emi with an easy one there. Come to claim it, and he's cleared well, and he's looking for the run of Jadon Sancho on the right wing, straight into the Arsenal final third. Sancho dropping a shoulder on Trossard, gets the cross in, it's blocked, and it will be a Villa corner. They don't waste any time going forward, Villa. It's tippy-tappy stuff whilst they're in their own half, but when they're looking to bring it forward, it's often very swift in the transition. They win themselves the corner through Jadon Sancho, will be taken by Luca Digne. Konsa and the crew going forward. With 10 people in the box, Saka goes to shoot. Luca Digne to whip this one in, 33rd minute. Villa, opportunity knocks here for Unai Emery's side, but it's a poor corner. Cleared by Victor Gyökeres, who gets his second touch of the game in the 33rd minute with a beautiful Trivela clearance outside of the boot. Straight into touch, world-class clearance. He's doing bits at this club. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Villa throw it will be. The danger is not quite dealt with just yet. We have a foul here by Onana. Victor Gyökeres being fouled, dragged back by the Belgian. And we get ourselves a free kick. So he's cleared the ball from the corner, cleared the danger, and then wins the free kick. Crucial free kick to win as well. Impact. Input. Dedication. Persistence. Right, here we go. Versus the top 5, Arsenal. Played 4, no wins, 2 points. Wow, what the hell? Oh my God. Okay, they're tempting fate here, trying to say that we struggle against top sides. Zubimendi drills it out to Trossard. Trossard's seen plenty of the ball today, rolls it through to Nkapie, but it's a lazy pass. Didn't have enough on it. And Jadon Sancho deals with it. Into Marino from the throw-in. And we're going sideways. We're going into Zubimendi, back to Marino. Can we create something here? Can we open up this currently unlockable Aston Villa defence? Marino trying to force the issue. Finds Gyökeres. Gyökeres in the box. Gyökeres! He actually shot. He had a shot. He tried to get away from his man. That was his favourite area. It was very crowded. Cutting in from the left-hand side. He did get a shot off, but it was blocked. Victor Gyökeres has had a shot. Yeah? And these things are rarities these days. 35th minute of the game. Wasn't really a chance. He was trying to make something for himself, but it was very similar to what Trossard did earlier. 35 minutes gone. We are camped in the Villa half, and it feels like this is a positive moment. Trossard taking it to Sancho, gets his cross in. Gyökeres with the header, just over, just wide. However, he got there, beat his man to the near post and got the header on. And Trossard trying to tell him to keep going. It's coming. There is the cross from Trossard. He does get in front of Ezri Konsa very well. Very good run. And the glancing header he's very unlucky. I tell you what, that's very unlucky. Ah, and another day that goes in. That is very unlucky. Okay, it's Gyökeres season though. The last 2 minutes, we've had 2 shots. Beautiful. He's awake. He's alive. He does exist. He's on the pitch and they've passed to him twice. He's got 2 shots off. Can I just say, they've passed to him 3 times in the game and he's had 2 shots. That's good, yeah? That's good. We're good going. We're going in the right direction. Zubimendi on the halfway line. Victor Shotorez, yeah? No shot power. We need Merino off. The Yok saw Kai warming up. Havertz could go in this midfield, to be fair, to help feed a certain Yok. We need Gyökeres off. Merino up front. Eze on. New year, New Yok. Right, here is Saliba. Switches play. Or looks to. He's asking a lot of Trossard. And we've conceded a throw-in. It's not ideal. But it is Lamar. Was it Lamar Bogart who has won the ball back for Villa? Arteta not happy about the wasted possession there for sure from Saliba. There was almost certainly a safer pass on. And it is Villa who will bring it forward. Luca Digne. Oh, that's a Bukayo Saka foul. His second of the game. Luca Digne being tripped up there by Saka. Don't think there was any malice in it, but he definitely knew what he was doing. Stopped his man going past him. 38th minute will be a free kick taken by the keeper. Deep in their own territory. Maybe they send a few forward here, or do they go short? However, whatever they do, they waste time about it. Look, quick check of the boots, quick rub of the thing, have a little breathe, couple steps, then breathe in deeper. Now do it. There we go, bang. Every second counts. It really is game management from both sides. Right, Luca Digne will take this throw in then as they move forward into our final third. Digne taking it a couple of extra yards forward before throwing it all the way back to Lindelof. 7 or 8 minutes left of normal time. We await the first goal. Nervy, tense, and very tight between the two. First mistake. We haven't really had a first mistake yet, have we? Potentially a couple of chances early doors for Villa with that Watkins opportunity. Maybe he could have taken his time a bit more. Here is Gabriel. Dinks it forward towards Saka, who might be able to keep that one in. Just about does enough. And somehow Digne has won the throw. Oh no, Saka was offside. Well, longest winning runs in the Premier League era. This is the... Wow. We are 3 of the top 4. Incredible, Wenger. Arteta is one of those as well, I think. But Unai Emery's Aston Villa currently on an 11-game winning run. Manchester City with 21 is ridiculous. That's insane. Gyökeres' first header miss was a shocker. Šeško just hit the post. We're applying pressure. Mate, you're playing Wolves. Do you know what I mean? With all due respect, you're playing Wolves. Yok was just hype. The Farmers League in Portugal is nothing compared to the EPL. Saka doing nothing. Madueke is needed. Missing a press-resistant centre mid like Declan Rice is for sure. Declan Rice's tenacity and aggression are being missed. He's all over the park. Goes on a cross-country sprint for 90 minutes, essentially. It really does make things easier, especially winning the ball back. And defensively, we're up against it. Nkapie did slip, but recovered well. And Mikel Merino foul on Onana. The two of them really getting into it. Mikel Merino, got to be careful here. He's probably going to get a yellow card if he's not careful. Onana and Marino clashing. Onana thinking that he was fouled. Marino leaving a little leg in. And Onana not happy about that, pushes the Spaniard to the floor, who falls. I mean, you're 6'4". You can't, that doesn't happen. Stop that. Why are you falling over like that? Suddenly you've got no legs. All right, referee has done well to calm things down there without getting the cards out. 42nd minute. We move. Villa get the free kick, so that was a Marino foul. Sancho and Morgan Rogers both trying their best to keep hold of possession here, coming up against a physical Arsenal challenge with Trossard, Nkapie and Marino tracking them down. And Morgan Rogers has done very well to free himself of all the danger there. The referee has given him the advantage whilst he felt like he was being dragged back by Trossard. Did Trossard have a hold of him? He tried to. He certainly did grab his arm. And as soon as Morgan Rogers lost the ball, he got the decision. Arteta not happy about that. However, we go again. Marino winning the ball back cleanly, or at least trying to. Villa escape. Martinez clears it as far as Saliba, who heads it back into the Villa final third. It is headers and volley tennis right now. Who's going to bring the ball under control? It's Saka who does that. He has found Trossard. Trossard will look to the far post where Timber is arriving, gets the header in, and Gyökeres clashes with Emiliano Martinez, the two of them going down to the ground. I think it will be a foul by Gyökeres on the goalkeeper, actually. The ball was there to be won, flicked on by Timber, deflected off of Digne, and then it's Martinez who comes out to try and collect it, and Gyökeres going for the ball, kicks his thumb. I don't think he had control of the ball, to be honest.
Do you feel Gyökeres and Sesko would be better if they switched clubs? I feel the players wanted different than what the clubs wanted. It gives me Morata to Chelsea and Lukaku to United vibes.
There's a lot of people that say this. You know, there's a lot of people that say that. Do I think that? It's pointless thinking that, really, isn't it? It's happened the other way. We've got to deal with it. But, you know, the numbers obviously were an illusion. They're a bit of a myth, aren't they? It's a mirage, the Portuguese numbers. But I do think that it is much more about the style of play. We've had quite a few strikers that we haven't really clicked with, as it were. And I think that's about how much you feed them, honestly. Like I said, he hasn't missed enough big chances in the Premier League for him to be a flop for me. What is evident is that he isn't on the level of Kai Havertz in terms of his hold-up play. You know, technically, he is just not as gifted as Kai is. But, you know, again, it's like, how much are we missing Kai? You know, I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. I think it's good to have the options, definitely. They offer sort of exactly what the other doesn't, you know. But would I rather have Sesko? I'll be honest, I've not really been impressed with what I've seen from Sesko. I don't think he's got very high football IQ right now. Clearly got a lot of potential. And yeah, I'm sure he'll end up being really good or one of the best out, but Arsenal are very much now or never with the choices that they've made. You know, Eze is a now or never choice, really. You're getting 2 or 3 years max out of him. Here's a chance for Villa on the break. Here is Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho will square it across the face of the box, and great interception by William Saliba, who has literally just saved Arsenal's skin with a last-ditch sliding challenge to poke it away from Oliver Watkins, who was waiting for an open goal tap-in. Sancho looking like he may well be kept on side by Saliba, who does well to track back just enough. And Oh, wow, that is an absolutely match-winning, match-saving at least sliding challenge from the Frenchman. Corner to Villa. Into the 3 minutes of injury time we go. Merino is treading a very, very dangerous path towards getting carded here. A foul on Onana. I think the referee is actually going over to him now to give Merino the yellow card. What did I say before the game?
Yeah.
He will be fouled twice, he will foul twice, and he will get a card. He might score as well.
Yeah.
Mikel Merino, another yellow, and now we do have to tread more carefully, probably think about what we're doing second half. Almost certainly won't be able to see out the rest of the game. We do have another goal in the game at Manchester United, and it looks like it is an equaliser. My word, Wolverhampton Wanderers have scored. Go on, the Wolverhampton Wanderers. Krejci has equalised in the 45th minute. Ooh, that could be a yellow card for Morgan Rogers. He's given him a yellow card for standing in the way and stopping Timber from taking the free kick. I mean, that is sort of karmatic justice in some way, because that happened to Arsenal quite a few times over the last season or two. Silly yellow cards like that. But the game is livening up. Mikel Merino, yellow card. Morgan Rogers with his 4th yellow card of the season. And you just feel that the next goal could win it. Saka, robbed by Buendia. Good strength from the Argentine, who has set Watkins free. It's Watkins against Saliba. Watkins goes down the line into the corner. He's forced and is double teamed now, but finds Digne. Tillemans will look up and see Konsa. We've probably got 30 seconds on the clock of injury time left. And a threaded through ball here for Digne will test Arsenal. The cross is well intercepted and well watched anyway by David Raya as Arsenal bring it forward. 20 seconds left and one last move for Zubimendi to feed Trossard. Trossard can look up and see the run of Gyökeres if he wants. Gyökeres made the run. He's in space. They don't pass to him. Odegaard. See, that is frustrating. That is, to me, that's frustrating. I know for him, he must be bored of that. We would rather wait till we've got 8 men in the box. Here it goes. There's the cross. It's cleared. And one back by Odegaard. But that will be the halftime whistle. It's Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. And it's tense, isn't it? It could go really either way, this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as we proceed to have a look at some stats and have a little chinwag about exactly what we've just seen. What can we do to improve things? Can we get this 3 points over the line, or are Villa growing in strength and proving to be as tough a test as we thought they might? Let's have a look then. Other scores up and down the country. We've got about 20 minutes left in the Burnley Newcastle. It's 2-1 there with Joe Linton and Johan Wissa scoring. Josh Laurent getting one back for Burnley. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2. It remains. That one looking like it's going the way of Chelsea right now. Everton with a 1-0 lead through James Garner over Sean Dyche and Nottingham Forest. Brighton and Hove Albion have equalised through Joel Veltman, making it 2-2 there after Jared Bowen and Lucas Paqueta scored. And the other game is Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1 with that 45th minute equaliser. And the last 5 minutes really of real pressure from Wolves has paid off. What a turn up for the books that would be if they can get anything from that game. Right, let's talk about the Arsenal-Aston Villa. We see that it is tense, it is nervy, and Villa have had patches of the momentum, but Arsenal really keeping things control freak-esque in, a very Arteta-esque manner. Rogers and Merino with the yellow cards, both of those in the last 2 minutes of the half. And statistically, we have 53% possession, 0.57 to 0.54 XG, almost identical. One big chance each. Arsenal with 7 shots, Villa with 3. Only 1 shot on target in the game, and that was Leandro Trossard, I think. Drilled, weak. and very easy for Martinez to save. 2 corners in the game, both going to Aston Villa. Arsenal yet to have a corner, so we're not even playing to our real strengths. 10 fouls by Arsenal and 5 from Villa. Almost identical in terms of the passing. We are up against it here. 1 yellow card each. Here are the shots. We started with Victor Gyökeres. It was a header just over. Leandro Trossard had a shot blocked, cutting in. Jurriën Timber from distance, blocked. Martin Odegaard, 8 yards out, blocked. Trossard, first shot on target, and the only shot on target of the game is from just outside the box. No power behind it. Victor Gyökeres then tried exactly the same thing as Trossard, cutting in from his favoured position around here. Tried to beat a man or two, shot blocked. Another Victor Gyökeres header, this one just wide, glancing header, and that is all the shots we've had. So yeah, we have, we're not really testing chins, are we? We're not really breaking through. We're knocking on the door, but right now no one's home. We've got Villa, just the 3 shots. Wow, that's a shot from Ollie Watkins from the halfway line, spotted David Raya off of his line. That one was blocked. We had Ollie Watkins trying to curl it round William Saliba's leg, but couldn't get any curl on it. And then we had Watkins from 7 yards out, clean through, set up by Ezri Konsa, stabbed at it first time and put it wide. That has got a 0.42 XG, that shot, and he couldn't get it on target. You would have expected him to do a lot better. We move to the player ratings. Let's just have a look and see exactly what this thing thinks of what we've seen so far. Nkapie apparently playing quite well with 2 tackles. He's won 1 tackle, won 3 of his 5 ground duels, 2 recoveries, 3 defensive contributions, and his passing is 80%, 14 out of 16. I just want to see Gyökeres, who's the lowest rated on the team here. 6.1 they're giving him. He's had 3 shots, none on target, 1 big chance missed. Okay, there we go, Victor. You're starting to clock up those big chances missed. I said he wasn't on the list because prior to the game, I think he had 4, and the most at the club was Saka with 5 or 6. It's good to see him missing a big chance. It's good to see him getting a big chance, to be fair. 3 shots he's had. However, the other stuff is probably what people will point to as well. Passing, he's not completed an accurate pass. Wait, is that? He's had 5 touches, no successful dribbles, no passes completed. He's not completed a single pass. I mean, we're using him like a Haaland, really. I mean, essentially, we want goals out of you, but we just don't we're not feeding him enough. He's had a bit of food today, though. I have to be honest. That's a little bit of food. You've had 3 shots. That one, you've worked for yourself. I like it. I need to see more of that. I need to see you doing that 3 times a game per half, really. Don't cross it in aimlessly. But then we have had 2 chances, 2 headers. Not ideal for a Gyökeres, is it? We're feeding him headers. He doesn't want headers, lads. You don't want headers. We bought the wrong player if that's what we're doing. Anyhow, we don't feed him those through balls that he wants. We're not running him down the channels today. However, we do have other players who are in the channels. Trossard has been active. He's one of the highest rated on the team with 2 shots, 1 on target and 1 blocked, both in the same area. His passing has been good. It's 15 out of 17, 88%. That is nice. Martin Odegaard. Key pass is 1. That's a key pass, right? That pass is the back post cross, the thing that he does, and that one was it was a floater, and it was he chopped it actually. He chopped it, and it went to the back post for Trossard to hit on the volley. It was quite a good effort that on the volley from Trossard. I think that's the one that was blocked first time. Most of his passes that go forward though are those crosses, aren't they? That's the same. We're crossing it and it's not working. Accurate passes that go forwards. He's not really linking up with Saka as much as he used to, that's for sure. I'd like to see more from Odegaard, to be honest. However, he is the facilitator in starting the moves, isn't he? Timber. Let's have a look at Saka, actually. 6.5 Saka. No shots yet from Bukayo. Passing is very accurate, just not very adventurous. There's only one pass forward in 45 minutes. No, in fact, he's attempted 2 passes forwards. That one was a half-yard pass that was inaccurate, and that one through there must have been an overlap. 8 out of 9 passes. Dribbles. 2 dribbles, 1 successful. I mean, we're looking for defensive we're now looking at defensive contributions for Saka, who has done 2 fouls, not been fouled yet. No shots and no key passes. I have to say this, lads. Got to be honest with you. Saka is obviously our star boy and has carried the club for X amount of years, but you know, to be considered amongst the elite, you have to have numbers. That does separate people. He's a robot. He's a magician. He's more than capable of creating moments and being the stalwart that he has been for the club. But you need the numbers as well. The numbers, for me, they're lacking. 1 assist in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. No goals and 1 assist in 7 games. We need more. Especially when, you know, if you're dependent on your wide players finding a man who clearly has technical deficiencies, he needs help. Like, I'm not being funny, but it looks like he needs to be spoon-fed at times. Then we need wingers who are feeding him. Let's look at what we've got here. We've got Trossard's passing. There is 1 pass into the box. 1 in 45 minutes. The rest of them are backwards. Safety first. Let's keep the ball. We recycle. We do the walk. Here's the pass forwards. Let's analyse what that could be, because it's certainly not to Gyökeres, is it? He's tried to play in Saka there, probably, ball over the top. Then we've got Saka on the other side. The passing for Saka to Gyökeres is completely non-existent. It's almost like he doesn't recognise the fact that we have him on the pitch. Now, maybe that's positionally an issue. Maybe that's the direction that they're under, but he hasn't made a single pass into the area, and as a result, hasn't passed to Gyökeres. That is an issue for me, you know. Who is passing to Gyökeres? Who is passing it into the box? It's Odegaard, really, from the looks of things, and none of those passes are completed passes. They're not accurate. That one is across to the back post, we said, for Trossard. That one is looking like it's for Saka. He hasn't passed to Gyökeres yet. We're doing floated crosses into a man occasionally, very occasionally. He don't want floated crosses, does it? He wants the ball to feet, or he wants to be slipped in behind. He's not done that. We've not done that once from the players we've looked at. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll move to Zubimendi. Zubimendi, you can see, is the recycler. He is the shuffler. He is essentially the wok. I mean, no, he's not the wok. What is he? We've got the wok, right? What is he? He's like, what's the wooden stick? You know, the spoon?
Yeah, wooden spoon.
The stir fry, yeah,
Spatula.
you need that, don't you, to keep the wok going. You flip it and you stir it. You flip it and you stir it. He's just stirring. He's tossing and stirring. Yeah, he's tossing the wok. This Zubimendi is a spatula. He is a wooden spatula. There is no forward passing. There is only sideways in this man's head. It's almost like he's incapable. Oh, look, there's one. There is one. Accurate. Key. They're saying that's a key pass. Look at that key pass. What's going on here?
Have you seen what happens when he gets it to feet?
Okay. In behind, when he goes on the run, when I see the players, okay, look, you see this area here, yeah? You see this area here. When we've got the ball here, Gyökeres is here. He's making a run that way. You got to feed him. You got to play it in. We've looked at 4 or 5 different players here, lads. None of those players have made a single pass into that direction, down that channel. That's okay, but that's obviously the system, not just the Yok, please. This Martin Zubimendi character accurate passes. Sideways, 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 sideways. Restart the move, shuffle it sideways, 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 sideways. There's one forward pass, lads. One.
HUGH scored most his goals v bottom half of Liga P.
Let's go to Marino. See if Marino's doing it a bit more. Marino, accurate passes. Again, zero intention for anyone to play through the middle at all. Like it's almost like Marino, he is just more, he's like the handle on the spatula. Like Zubimendi and Marino's job is simply to shuffle it out wide to Trossard.
HUGH needs to be in better positions.
HUGH needs to be in better positions, yeah. Marino, no shots. He has had how many fouls? 2 fouls and not been fouled so far. Passing wise, yeah, I mean, very accurate, isn't it? 19 out of 21, or sorry, 22 out of 24. Much more forward passing going on here as well. He's playing it between the lines for Trossard. It's quite limited what we've got actually. Nkapie, so we'll look at your involvement passing wise. Yeah, it's safe and secure, not one cross, you know. 1 forward pass that was inaccurate, and he's obviously decided, oh no, 2 forward passes, 3 forward passes, 1 of them's half a yard, 2 of them didn't make it. The rest of the time, let's go back, safety first. It's very controlled, isn't it? It's Timber is more direct, I feel. No, very limited. Literally, he is getting forward and into areas where he feels like he can do something, but he's not connected with a single forward pass of note so far. Just recycling. Everybody's job is just to recycle, keep it safe and secure, make sure you don't make a mistake, you know. It's very low risk reward ball. Yes, indeed, it is. And we're playing for that mistake, that one moment, and then the game changes, and again, you can lock up, safe, secure. Yeah, game management, wasting time and whatnot. Yeah, so let's have a look at the Aston Villa, lads. We have got probably a couple of minutes before we kick off again. Luca Digne has been up against it. You would have thought against Bukayo Saka he would have had more problems. No fouls committed. Has been fouled once, actually tripped up by Saka. The passing, yeah, he's attempted going down the line a bit, but he's not their main source of creativity. They're very much playing in their own half until they go on the break as well. That's one thing I will say. Tielemans, I would expect a couple of through ball threaders, and that's what we have. Few through balls, less recycling than someone like Zubimendi, but they do have it in their locker to go long. They're not averse to just sending it long. Onana is doing 90% of his work in his own half, like the rest of the side that we were talking of. Again, transition, that long ball on the break is a chance. He's completed 100% of his passes so far, Onana. Good effort from him. He's gone off injured for McGinn at the break as well. We are almost ready to get going. Morgan Rogers on a yellow. And again, quite sporadic, but there's quite a lot of creativity, or we're trying to do stuff in there as we proceed to the second half. 45 minutes of pure pain or unadulterated joy. Actually, it could be neither, really, couldn't it? It could just be a stalemate. We are underway though in this second half. It's Aston Villa who are this time going from left to right and have booted it back to Martinez. We do header and volley tennis for a minute before Victor Gyökeres gets into it with Lindelof hugging him and Arsenal winning back possession. Gyökeres getting physical and getting laid out from the looks of things. He is up against his Swedish compatriot, Lindelof, who certainly knows that he has to get a handle of him. Right, we're back in possession, in our own half, looking to create. Looking for our first corner. First corner, I can't believe it. No. Here is Saliba. Goes long. Route 1. Looking for Gyökeres. Finds Gyökeres, who is onside, does well. Hold up play is good and finds Saka. Is back to Gyökeres. Is into Timber. Wow, Victor Gyökeres turning playmaker and provider in a flash. Have we got a new inspired Victor Gyök up top for this second half? He's received the ball, brought it down from the heavens, laid up Saka, and then freed Timber as well. It's early signs of life from our Swedish striker in this second half. Saka to take the corner, our first of the game. This is a big moment. This is what we know. This is who we are. Is this who we are? Here is the corner. It's Saka to take it. Whipped in. And headed into the back of the net by Arsenal fucking Football Club. It's Gabriel Magalhaes. Who else? And what a fucking club. One corner, one goal. The King of Brazil is truly back in the building and leading the huddle in the corner as we take the lead. Even though there are currently talks going on between referee John McGinn and Martinez, Emiliano Martinez, it does look like the goal is going to stand. They will probably look at it, but it's 1-0 to Arsenal as we move. Whipped in by Saka. Gabriel in front of the goalkeeper, who just can't get a hold of it and does just about enough. It all rolls off of his thigh into the back of the net, and even though the goalkeeper is feigning injury, I'm not really sure that that is a foul. They've both jumped up, the keeper goes down, he's the stronger of the two, and the ball just ricochets off him. Quite fortunate, but I think that one will count. They're probably claiming handball or foul, but 48th minute, we are, as it stands, 1-0 up against Aston Villa. First goal goes to Arsenal, and I think it's going to stand. Yes, it does stand. There we go. It does stand. 1-0. We move. Huge goal. Huge goal. Gabriel from the corner is back. What a big game player. Now, you know, is that what we do? We're locking up season. John McGinn getting us underway again. And now Villa with it all to do. Arsenal can breathe a little bit and maybe put the pressure on for a second. Yes, indeed. Call us set piece OC. Right then. In the middle of the Aston Villa half, we got Tielemans, McGinn trying to get away from Marino and Odegaard. He's done well and he's set free Watkins, but David Raya anticipating well, comes out early to claim that. That will be a Martin Odegaard foul on Watkins. And a little bit more urgency from Unai Emery, looking animated on the sidelines. Villa, more direct with Morgan Rogers going free and being relieved of possession by Zubimendi and Trossard. We'll start again from the back with David Raya. 40 minutes left for this kind of thing. Here we go. The clock is a ticking. Saliba switching play and looking for Trossard. It's a poor pass. But the second ball is there to be won, and Marino will do just that. He's found Trossard at the top of the box, cuts inside and looks for Odegaard square. We will walk it up towards Jurien Timber. And Saka being surrounded by McGinn, Digne and Tielemans. Gives it to Odegaard. Odegaard trying to float one over the top towards Trossard, which is seized upon by Aston Villa, and Jadon Sancho regains possession for Unai Emery's side, who can come free with Tielemans until Odegaard wins it back well with a good high press. Odegaard in space. The through ball is lovely to Zubimendi! And that is the ball that Gyökeres wanted. But Zubimendi makes the run and finishes it off beautifully with the outside of his boot. 2-0 to Arsenal. Game done. Beautiful. Over in a flash, just like that. The title is back on. Was it ever not back on? We are under a lot less pressure now. We can lock up. 53rd minute of this game. Zubimendi scoring. The through ball, beautiful. Just what we've been begging for the striker, if we're honest. But it is Zubimendi who made the run. And Odegaard delivered with the through ball. Lovely weight on the pass. Brings it forward tentatively and delivers it inch perfect for the Spanish international to just poke home from about 6 yards out. Lovely work from Odegaard, who wins the ball back in the process. The through ball is perfect. Pokers, yeah? Mate, why have you not played that pass for the striker? Crazy. Beautiful work, though. That's what we want. Love to see it. 2-0. Big goal. What's this? Oh. Wow. Yeah. 54th minute. Emery head in his hands as Odegaard plays a through ball in towards Gyökeres. Sliding challenge to get it away from him. Suddenly we've worked out how to do through balls. This is crazy. Have you just seen what's happened here? 2 through balls in the space of 3 minutes. Odegaard, maybe the pennies dropped. I don't know. Lovely stuff. 54th minute, 2-0 up. Unai Emery's hopes, dreams and aspirations of leading a title charge being left in ruins right now. And the clean sheet intact so far. Arsenal pressing high up and winning the ball back again. Marino. And it's Odegaard again to win the ball back. Brilliant little spell this for the Norwegian. Zubimendi into Saka. Saka thinking about freeing himself, tries to get some space and is brought down by John McGinn. John McGinn looking bemused at the decision, but he dragged Saka down whilst he was trying to turn. And a very dangerous position for the free kick. Could be Odegaard, could be Saka. There's definitely the possibility of a chaotic moment for us to seize upon here. The cross is going to be from Odegaard. We have Gabriel Magalhaes up again. Referee going over to talk to, who's that? Buendia, telling him not to move in front of that line that he just sprayed on the grass. It's Odegaard with the free kick. It's into the box, chaos, and oh, no one capitalised, but it was there for the taking. Odegaard up against it now with Buendia going down, and Emi Buendia is fouled by Saka. That's Saka's 3rd foul of the game. Aston Villa are ready to make a couple of changes. Former Arsenal Academy product Doniel Marlon coming on. Very hit and miss, Marlon, for me. Can be games where he's just absolutely on fire, and there are others where he's completely anonymous, but certainly one with the motive, the motivation, and there is a narrative there. That's a ridiculous decision. Nkapie has fouled Morgan Rogers there. I don't know how much there really was in that, but Rogers wins Villa a free kick in Arsenal's final third. Nkapie, the guilty party there. John McGinn will take this free kick, left-footed, in swinging. People have discovered the triangle button. Indeed, indeed. McGinn with the cross into the danger areas, flicked on by Buendia, falls to Tielemans at the edge of the box. He'll take his time, keep possession, look for the pass, which is with Lamar. Over to Jadon Sancho to take on Nkapie. The one-on-one. And he has poked it through well to Morgan Rogers, who goes down under the challenge of Mikel Merino. He's got to be careful now. Mikel Merino's third foul of the evening. Already on a yellow card. Drags Morgan Rogers down with the arm. And I reckon he's got to be subbed pretty soon. That will be problematic if we were to go down to 10 men, but he is going to be on his last warning now, I reckon. Options that we have on the bench, potentially, Nurgle, Christian Nurgle. But the free kick is Villa's. It is in Arsenal's final third. There are 32 minutes left of normal time on the clock, and it is taken by Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers, from distance, is blocked by Victor Gyökeres. Sticks out a big Swedish foot and gets in the way. All Villa though right now. Arsenal ready to lock up and lock in. Although Nkapie wins back possession and plays Victor Gyökeres down the channels. Victor Gyökeres against three players. Uses his strength well and wins Arsenal a corner. Well done, lad. Good stuff. Well done, mates. Another corner. Dangereux. Here we go. We've got the here we go from Cornerville. This one, who's going to take this one? Because Rice usually takes them from this side. I would imagine. Is it Zubimendi? Maybe Trossard, actually. Trossard? Or Odegaard looks like he might be going over to take it. Right, it is Trossard to take this right-footed as Gabriel Magalhaes looks to free himself of Yuri Tielemans, who does have a hold of him. They obviously know what a danger man he is, but it's so interesting to me that they've chosen the little gerbil to mark him. Look at the size of him. Looks like a boy next to him. Very physical contest between everybody involved in the box right now. Timber and Gyökeres just appearing out of nowhere as well to cause more problems. And a chance for Timber, who shoots over his second shot of the afternoon, of the evening. This one from close range, trying to capitalise off that chaos. It was there for the taking. Somehow he's booted it over from like 4 yards. Just snatched out a leg at it, basically. And it goes over. Change for Villa with Jadon Sancho being replaced by Donald Marlin and Emi Buendia coming off as well for Garcia. Right, half an hour left on the clock. 2-0 up and cruising. Cruise control. Are we cruising? Yeah, I think we're cruising, aren't we? 2-0. I mean, it's very difficult for them to get 2 goals now, I think. Really tough. Points from losing positions. Oh, God. Aston Villa have got the most points in the Premier League from losing positions this season with 18. So they know what it takes to come from behind. And they are motivated. We shall see if they do have what it is going to require here. 2-0 up against... 2-0 down, sorry, against Arsenal is a totally different proposition to most sides. Defensively, 11 goals conceded in 18 games. We should be okay. Please take Marino off. Really want another goal to be comfy. I would still be wary of Morgan Rogers' Rockets. Call Arteta and let him know. Let him know. What am I letting him know? We're on the charge again here, looking for a third. It's Saka. Saka into Odegaard. Odegaard with the shots. Oh, pingers. For Martin Odegaard, there was power behind that one. He's obviously confident after the goal in the last game. There is the Odegaard shot. It's just taking a little half bounce before he strikes it. And unfortunately, it's on the up when he does connect. So it sails over, but another chance for Arsenal. Shooting with intent, Odegaard. Donald Marlon brought down by Leandro Trossard. That will be a free kick for Aston Villa. And it is Garcia, first couple of touches for him. On the right-hand side, linking up with Lamar Bogard. Ezri Konsa in the Arsenal half. Bringing it forward down the right-hand side towards Garcia. Trossard there in front of him, though. Forces the throw. In the other games so far, we have full times in 4 of them. 3-1 win for Newcastle against Burnley. Eddie Howe, much needed win. Here is Donald Marlon just at the top of the box. Marlon spreads it out wide to Garcia. The cross is there and it's going to be a free kick. Tielemans foul on Gabriel Magalhaes. Tried to come in and hit it on the volley. I think he's ended up taking Gabriel's head out instead of the ball. Looks like he will be okay, but that one definitely will have hurt. He's taken it really mostly on his shoulder. But instead of striking the ball, he's taken out the Brazilian, who is fearless and throws his body in front of the line of fire whenever required. It looks like Christian Nurgle is going to appear. Mikel Merino is pushing his luck a little bit, isn't he? I think 4 fouls for Merino today. How many fouls? Mikel Merino, 3 fouls so far. 3 and a yellow card. Odegaard assist. Beautiful. Zubimendi with the goals. And Gabriel Magalhaes. Does Saka not get an assist for that corner? Does that not count? Desperately need the sub to happen. I'm worried about a second yellow. I think it's happening any second now. I can see Nurgle warming up on the sidelines. He is stripped off. Mikel Merino, though, is still involved, and he's headed it to Odegaard. And Odegaard's shot is brilliantly saved by Martinez. It didn't have much power behind it at all. It was a flower leg shot from Odegaard, but it was creeping in the corner, that one. Arsenal really are looking much more positive than they need to be, and going for that third goal. Great effort. He's actually kicked it against his right foot. That's what's happened there. Oh no, he's just scuffed it. He scuffed it completely, really. Didn't connect with it properly. But a shot on target for Odegaard. Well saved by the keeper. It's a corner to be taken from the left-hand side by Trossard. Trossard, atrocious haircut. Oh, yeah. It's like, that's the 2020s haircut, isn't it? Go on, Leandro. Go on, Leandro. Trossard with the corner to the back post where there's an Arsenal head on it. It's Saliba to head it down, and it's Zubimendi with another shot, which is blocked. We've got a Villa man down in the box here. The play may well be stopped sooner rather than later. But we are carrying on. Arsenal back on the ball with Saliba feeding it back to David Raya, who goes long with the left foot under pressure from Ollie Watkins. Zubimendi wins the header. And then Bogard nicks in ahead of Zubimendi to win Villa back possession. They bring it forward with Tielemans over the halfway line. Garcia. Some safety first stuff from Villa. Ezri Konsa poking it through nicely for Tielemans, who's got space for another through ball, but it's well read by Mikel Merino. And Arsenal can canter. At the break here, we've got Odegaard. He's got support from Gyökeres. He's waiting for the run. He's fed Nkapie instead, and Nkapie has fallen over the ball. All the through balls that we had practiced just for the last 20 minutes, they all went out the window. He decided to go wide. He fed Nkapie, who did admittedly have more space, but the Ecuadorian international tripped over the ball. Yeah, lost his footing, and we go again. He's back on the ball now. Nkapie, probably, he may have twisted his ankle. It didn't look great, that. But here is Trossard. Lovely through ball from Trossard to Merino. Merino with the Cruyff turn before feeding Nkapie out wide. Nkapie will give Trossard the effort. Trossard, top of the box, looks for the shot, but is being watched closely by Bogard. Saliba out to Saka now. Saka with just 20 odd minutes to get himself. Oh, Timber brought down in the box and no pen given. Odegaard just outside the box as well, is clattered into but keeps possession well. We'll have to have a look at that Timber challenge again in a second. Dodgy, suspect. Here is Odegaard. Odegaard with the cross towards the middle. Saka with the header. Was behind him. It's fallen to Trossard though, and Trossard shoots from outside the box and finishes into the bottom corner. 3-0. Game over. 3 points in the bag for Mikel Arteta and a beautiful celebration to boot. These are the things you love to see. That one is all but done and dusted now. 22 minutes left on the clock. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, they're trying to, they've chalked it off. They've chalked it off. They're cancelling the goal. They're trying to cancel the goal. It's 2-0. Back to 2-0 apparently. Nkapie. Oh, Saka is offside. Saka offside in the build-up. Headed it backwards before the actual move for Trossard on the edge of the box. So they're trying to say that Saka is offside. We're currently getting a VAR check. May well be a shoulder offside, but there is a defender potentially playing him on as well. I don't know who that is. I think it might be Ezri Konsa. VAR currently checking this disallowed goal for offside. And I think they're going to chalk it off. They take their time about these things, don't they? You think it looks on? Please give it on. How is that offside? GG's, what a goal. Would have loved an Arsenal baby bottle tonight, but I'll take the FPL points instead. What about the foul on Timber? Corruption? That's not offside. There is still a chance. I think the fact that they're taking so long means it's close. And we await the decision. All right, here we go. Here is a replay. Right, they're now checking for whether or not Nkapie is offside, I guess. Which he isn't, so you can see that much. Wait. They can't be saying Nkapie is offside because he isn't. I can see that much here. I don't like the lack of communication here, I'll be honest. I also don't like the fact that, you know, people who like Sky do get the audio fed to them. Why are they getting the audio fed to them? I'm paying, like, why not feed it to us? Right, here we go. We've got the decision though. Oh, he's given it. He's given it. He's given the goal. We're back. 3-0. Confirmed. We're back. Celebrations may well carry on. We can go again. It's 3-0. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. Leandro Trossard's goal from outside the box will count. His second shot on target from outside the box today. That one into the bottom corner. Left the goalkeeper grounded. Saka winning the ball back there. Timber snatches it back and Trossard steals it from under the Dutchman's nose before he could have the shot himself. He was definitely lining that one up. Trossard said, no, I'll have that. And strikes into the bottom corner beautifully. Clean strike of the ball, that. No chance for the goalkeeper, who is rooted to his spot and could only watch it go into the back of the net. Mikel Arteta very happy and will be relieved because it is now done and dusted. There is no comeback from here. 3-0 is not something that we will throw away. Impossible. We're way too good defensively. And Mikel Merino has done his work for the day. What's the matter?
That messes up our bet.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Super Subber, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Christian Nurgle is now the guy that we need to do whatever we needed.
Okay.
There's still a chance. What do we need then, baby?
Need Timber, one foul.
Yeah,
And whoever sub is.
yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Just those two things?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Okay, cool. Well, we've got 17 minutes left of action, and it will be physical. Not sure that Villa will just...
From our side.
I don't know if Villa will just lie down.
Oh.
What's this? Yeah. "15 minutes left then or more, just about. And this is good. I like this. We can relax a bit now, can't we? We can just enjoy and analyse. Maybe we bring in Kai. I think this is a good time to bring in Kai, actually. 3-0 up, cruising, get some game time, match confidence. A goal would be good. That opens up the conversation in an entirely new way as well, doesn't it? A Kai Havertz goal is probably healthy for the club. Probably Victor Gyökeres' worst nightmare, but it's probably good for us to warm him up as soon as possible. Here's Tielemans in towards Digne. Top of the box is Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers stops onto his left. Shot is blocked brilliantly by Gabriel, who heads wide for a corner. Anything on that ball was necessary. Rogers turning away from Christian Nurgle and gets his shot off. Probably was going to test the keeper. Looked like it was going on target. Scooped it a little bit, but would definitely have needed saving, and Gabriel gets his head in between. Wow, icons, Pat Rice and George Graham in the building. Arsenal legends watching on as Villa take this corner. Headed clear by Victor Gyökeres. And Villa back on the ball with John McGinn spreading it wide brilliantly to Tielemans. Tielemans goes past his man way too easily, drills the cross across the face of the box, and it is straight into the arms of David Raya. Two changes coming up. Gabriel Jesus is going to be brought on, I would imagine, for Victor Gyökeres, and Miles Lewis-Skelly, you would think, for Piero Nkapie. Gabriel is also down right now. Gabriel Magalhaes, I should just stress, the man who has just come back, is down. He is holding his ankle, but I'm not sure how serious this is. Currently getting some physio attention. I don't think he's going to finish. I think Gabriel Magalhaes is going to come off here. So we've seen 75 minutes of him, and he may well be broken again. Worrying, to say the least. Someone did actually just stand on his hand as well. Who's that? Which absolute clown is that? Incapié, wake up. You absolute donut. Just stood on his hand. He's down on the floor. He's down on the floor injured, getting treatment, and he's got his teammate coming over to check if he's okay and just standing on his hand. I was okay before you stood on my hand, yeah. Lewis Skelly is on. And Victor Jock trudges off after a strong effort today. Strong effort, 3 or 4 shots. I can't remember which. I don't know if he's had any shots in the second half, but he was involved. He was involved. He's got the same injury as before. I lip-read the physio. A strong effort. Look at this hater. You ain't typed a minute ago until I mentioned anything positive about the Yock, and then you're here. Oh, you're hate watching your own players, though. It's troubling. I hear you, but it is troubling. He's come off with us 3-0 up. He's been part of that, all right? Zubimendi does well, committed himself to the challenge and wins possession back. He sets Trossard free. Trossard gets in front of one man. He's got to cross this. It's Jesus! Jesus! I don't believe it! Gabriel Jesus! I belong to Jesus! This football club! 4-0. Gabriel Jesus' first touches of the fucking football. He is sumptuously taken it under his wing and curled it past the goalkeeper like a real striker does. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Well done, lad. Great finish. Great to see him get the goal on his return again. Gabriel Jesus is warmsing, and within 30 seconds of Victor Gyökeres coming off, Gabriel Jesus has found the back of the net. It's 4-0. It is an absolute whitewashing of this Villa side, but the way that Jesus has taken that is beautiful. Top of the box. Took the touch beautifully. First time finish, well, second time finish. Once he got it out from under his foot there, bang, round the defender, Victor Lindelof, curled it past Martinez, no chance to save it. He barely even saw the shot before it had gone past him. Beautiful. Poor Victor, man. Poor Victor. Great stuff. 4-0. We're back. We're en route. We are en route. The title charge starts here. Yeah? This will mean that we stretch the gap at the top of the table to, what is that, 5 points? 5 points ahead of Manchester City. You have it all to do now against Sunderland. We're not done there yet as well. Saka! Just over. First shot of the day, I think. Is it from Saka? Is that Saka's first shot of the day? It is. His first shot of the day. Right-footed. Takes Lindelof to the byline and, oh, he's gone for power over placement, and it's high and unlucky. But Saka going for the goal when 4-0 up. Going for the 5th goal, sorry, when 4-0 up. And we are not done. We're not done. We're not finished putting Unai, Emery and Villa to the sword. 11 or less minutes now. 10.5 minutes left. Still time for more action. But you can see at this stage, Villa are depleted. Energy will be low. Confidence on the floor. And Arsenal could technically just keep possession here, but they are going forward, looking for another. It's Jesus over the top. Look at the ball they've played in for him. Look at Jesus' cross. We're on for a 5th here. It's Timber with the shot blocked. We're going for another. Odegaard will recycle. We'll go again. Christian Norgard in the middle. Oh, that's a nasty foul from Bogard on Zubimendi. We're playing an advantage, but there is another foul there, so we'll actually come back. That was a foul on Zubimendi by Bogard, I believe. And it will be a yellow card, this one. It was a late challenge. And then the foul by John McGinn as well on Lewis Skelly. I'm not sure which one he's actually called play back for yet, but they were both, I think it's Bogard. Bogard was the first and the more serious looking. Villa going into the subs bench. It is Bogard's third yellow card of the season. They're bringing on a couple of youth players here. Tielemans, 9 minutes left, will be replaced by Jimmy Alosa, and Morgan Rogers has played his last football of the evening as well, to be replaced by another fresh young face. Coming on when 4-0 down, though. It's not ideal, but you take any minutes you can get at that age. Here we go with the replay of the fourth. Zubimendi, great ball to Trossard. Trossard did really well to get that across to Jesus, and Jesus' first touch was brilliant. The finish even better. And you know what's funny? They all know. Like, they all know the struggles that Victor York's been going through. They all know that that is Jesus, who has struggled to get back to full fitness, and to score within seconds of coming on for him is poetic in some way, cruel in another. Saka with his last efforts of the evening as well. Just the one shot from Saka today. He did provide the corner from which Gabriel Magalhaes scored, but he is replaced by Madueke without adding to his goals or assists, and it remains 1 assist in 8 games. No goals, 1 assist in 8 games for Saka. I would like to see his numbers improve, but he is part, again, of a team that are winning 4-0 against title challengers. I say that in inverted commas because I do think it's a bit of a myth, but there is something to be said for that. Can't sleep on the Odegaard performance today as well. I have to say this, the through balls that we've seen have been a breath of fresh air from Odegaard. And Zubimendi involved was nice to see him in the final third, doing more than the sideways stuff. But Odegaard has certainly put himself about today. He's probably made a couple of tackles, definitely done a foul or two. A few crosses, a few through balls, got himself the assist. Still working, and is always super secure with the passing. The passing, it may always be safe and secure, but it's reliable, and it is crucial if you intend to play in this WACC build-up style. You need safe and secure, and Zubimendi and Odegaard are two of the best at that, that's for sure. We've done enough now anyway, and I think we're winding down. 7 minutes left. We're just knocking it back and forth between Norgard, Zubimendi, Nkapie and Odegaard. It is now a question of control. Odegaard fizzes it out to Trossard on the halfway line, but we don't really have any intention, I don't think, of forcing the issue. I think a clean sheet would be lovely as well. Lots of safe and secure backwards passing going on. Hold that, Unai, you're rat. Arsenal get their payback for earlier in the month. Must say, though, the ref has been excellent in this match. Yeah, he's calmed the situation down well. I think Mikel Merino was quite lucky to still be on the pitch, if I'm honest. But it would have been probably too harsh to send him off for that third foul. And look, we were waiting for the first mistake or the first moment, weren't we? And it was Arsenal's first corner, would you believe, that we really provided any sort of meaningful danger from. And from there, the floodgates have just simply opened up. I would like to see us get this clean sheet, though. 5 minutes or less to see it through. Very biased Arsenal fan here. Strong yellow shout for that Merino challenge. Yeah. Look, he played his part, didn't he? He's definitely this sort of all-action man. That's how I see Merino. He doesn't really, to me, excel in anything, but he is very hard-working. He is super reliable. He will put himself in the fire. He will walk over coal for you. He will be fouled, he will foul, he will probably have a shot. He's definitely not averse to the threaded through ball we saw for Trossard. He's just a nuisance. He's definitely not an engine like Declan Rice, but he is an engine. He does have the ability to keep going at a sort of a speed, a gear above Granit Xhaka, you know, which, you know, Granit Xhaka, not much of an engine like that, but he does run a lot in quite a similar way. So I see him as useful, and he's definitely had played his part today. Zubimendi with the foul on Bogard. The attack is clicking. XG believers vindicated tonight. Yeah, I think, you know, they have defied the odds. It's been a question mark as to whether XG is actually a legitimate source of data because of the way that Villa are flying right now. But, you know, the more data that XG gets, the more accurate it becomes. And there are outliers, there are anomalies. Essentially, everything reverts back to type most of the time. A few minutes left then. We are both sides playing without real intention, if I'm honest. We're just sort of meandering through to the last few minutes unless the chance opens up. Gabriel Jesus getting another couple of touches here. First touch of the ball for Madueke as well since coming on. Lazy little flick of the wrist to lose possession, and makes hard work of Jesus's next effort to win it back. Jesus is currently getting himself up off of the floor whilst Lindelof brings it over the halfway line for Villa. We've got Ezri Konsa and Bogart drifting into midfield now. Lays it out towards Luca Digne. He's not been as involved as he would have liked second half. But another controlled performance from Mikel Arteta. One which will raise eyebrows and create the same talking points as usual. Can we do the clean sheet though? 3 or 4 minutes left to cling on and lock up. It is every man behind the ball right now. Every man in the half. Every man behind Jesus leading the line. Arsenal's number 9 on his return with a beautiful finish, lovely finish. When he works, Jesus, he really does work. And there is Oliver. Is that Oliver Watkins? That is Oliver Watkins falling over in the penalty area, looking desperate, begging the referee for a penalty. The foul that he's asking for is by Nkapie, who touched him and released immediately. Very clever from Nkapie. Instead of grabbing a man, just grab and release. So it has the effect, but he didn't really do anything. At least that's how the referee saw it. Watkins tried to buy it. You take a touch like that in the box and you may as well go down, I guess. No joy for Watkini on his return to the Emirates, though. And that is probably what his granddad would have preferred, you know? His granddad, an Arsenal fan, who I'm sure would prefer to see Arsenal win the league than his grandson score again at the Emirates. Making Arsenal's lives more difficult. Here is Garcia. He's not had much impact since coming on. Villa are seeing this game out by doing WACC football. Safe and secure passing. 8 minutes of injury time is totally unnecessary, but that's what we're going to get. 8 minutes for Aston Villa to do the unthinkable 4 times. Here is the cross from Marlin as they look for the first, cleared by the first man, who I think is Nurgle. Aston Villa with no shots on target the entire game. David Raya not tested once. I think their best chance of the game, honestly, was Watkins at the beginning, and then that sliding challenge by William Saliba to intercept what looked an inevitable tap-in But at this stage, it feels like we're just running the clock down. 7 minutes, though, to do that. And a cross in towards... And a chance! And a great save by David Raya on the line. I do not know how he saved that. Donil Marlon and Olivier Watkins both missing from 2 yards out. Watkins with the header onto the post. And then I think Marlon tried to poke it past Raya. How he has managed to... How we've not conceded there, I do not know. Absolutely unbelievable and potentially massively fraudulent. We will have to have a look at a replay. That is Villa's best chance of the game. Great header. Looked like he'd headed it down and into the bottom corner, but it hits the post. And Villa will go again. Something potentially for them to play for is giving their fans the consolation goal to go home with. But again, they're being very careful about how they move forward. Mostly, I guess, because they respect Arsenal and know that they're not likely to get it back if they lose it. But yeah, no attempt to get the ball over the halfway line yet, which is, you know, it's got to be frustrating for fans. I know you're 4-0 down. You don't really expect to get much from, if anything, from the game. But when you're seeing your centre-backs doing sideways passing when you're 4-0 down in the 93rd minute, it's got to just, you just got to ask, like, is this effective? What are we doing? We're not going to get the comeback. You know, you're not getting it. Anyway, they know that. They're doing safe and secure passing, running this clock down. Arsenal more than happy to keep the ball in the Villa half as well. That clean sheet and those bonus points are weighted by so many. It's who have I got? I've got Timber in my back four. He might even be on my bench. I don't know.
Fuck M if you got M. This was the monkey emoji off Arteta's back.
This was the monkey off Arteta's back. And they fucking scored. I don't believe it. Sorry to interrupt, but we do have a goal. It's 4-1. They have forced the ball into the back of the net. David Raya has conceded, and those clean sheet points that I was just talking about, I've jinxed myself out of and everybody else out of as well. It's Donald Marlon who gets round Gabriel Jesus, who lets him get away from him. He gets away from Saliba as well, who did the defending and poked it away from Marlon, who was tenacious and didn't give up and forced it through the keeper's legs. And it is trickled off the post and into the path of Watkins, who pokes home for the easiest goal he'll ever score in his life. And his granddad is, I guess, happy because they're 4-0 down, they're losing to Arsenal, but now his grandson has scored. Beautiful. What more do you want? 4-1, we'll have to change the score. That is unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. And, you know, if this was to come down to goal difference, that would hurt a lot. Lazy. McGinn was the man who... Oh, and a chance at the other end for us to get 5. Oh, Trossard poking it away from Zubimendi, who's kept possession, gets the shot off, shouts for handball. The shot from Odegaard is blocked. It is back with Odegaard at the top of the box, though. We're looking for a 5th. Pingers from Martin Odegaard with his second shot on target of the game. That one straight into the arms of Emiliano Martinez, who is desperate not to concede a 5th goal, the World Cup winning goalkeeper. Has been on the receiving end of an onslaught tonight from the arse. Shouts for handball there from Arsenal with Victor Lindelof raising his arm. Looked like it hit his elbow, or sorry, his what do you call that? Underarm. Your underarm. What's that called? Armpit. Yeah, your armpit. Your underarm. Okay, can we just keep this to 4-1? Because they're probably coming alive a little bit here, thinking they can get another one. Odegaard gets away from 2, but that is a yellow card, and that could be Watkins fouling Norgard. Or Zubimendi, actually. It's a yellow card for Watkins, his first of the season. Hope Gabriel is okay. We're yet to see exactly how he is going to heal up after taking a knock or how bad it is, but he has been voted the player of the match tonight after a sensational defensive performance. He kept a clean sheet whilst he was on the pitch and got, of course, the opening goal of the game, which was so crucial. Big game player, Gabriel. And we will run this clock down a little bit more with David Raya taking his sweet time about taking this goal kick. A 4-1 victory. Doesn't sound as good as a 4-0, but it is very convincing. We have let our eye off the ball just a little bit towards the end there, but it is now just a formality. We'll have a look at the other results momentarily as we proceed to the full-time whistle. 20 seconds left of injury time. We've had 8 minutes so far, and Villa coming forward again with McGinn. John McGinn looking to square it in for Donald Marlon, who gets the shot off, and it is blocked and trickles through to the goalkeeper. Funny, they have showed quite a lot of life in the last 5 or 6 minutes. But we're so happy to just knock it around the back and waste time that they may well have done themselves out of any other chance. And that is it. Full time, 4-1. Arsenal 4, Aston Villa 1. Sensational result for Arsenal Football Club up against one of the biggest tests they will face this season. They said we couldn't do it against the top 4 sides. We have now. 4-1 convincing victory over Unai Emery's Aston Villa side. We will have a look at the statisticals momentarily. But I just need to go to the loop, all right? Yes. Come on, ass. Yeah? Stop that clock. Beautiful.
Are we getting an FM save?
If you got them, yeah? We've done it. Well done, lads. A 4-1 victory. And look at this, right? It was 0-0 at half-time. 0-0 at half-time. We were struggling to create. We were feeling like it was up in the air. But in the second half, wow, they have come out with a bang. I wonder if the momentum graph shows that. It does indeed. Look at that. We came out with a bang and dominated the first 10 minutes. And in that time, we scored 2 goals. Gabriel Magalhaes from the corner, and then Martin Odegaard slipping that through ball in. I just want to have a look at Odegaard's passing. Look at this. We went from a man who was essentially a sideways shuffler with the occasional cross into the box to actually, we have assists, we have key passes, we have crosses, we have a whole bunch of input really from Odegaard. Key passes 3 in the game and 2 exquisite through balls. One which Zubimendi finished off beautifully, and I sort of wish that Gyökeres had been on the end of, but it was a great finish from the Spanish international. And we looked better, didn't we? We just looked a more hungry, go-get-it side who only allowed Aston Villa brief moments in the second half after a slightly more even first half in which they really were just catching us on the break. Villa coming alive for the last 2-3 minutes, but essentially just pointless. 4 goals in the second half for us. It is unfortunate that we have conceded late on, but if anything, you know, whilst you can look at the fact that maybe statistically, goal difference-wise, that could be an issue going forward, it probably is the kick up the arse that they needed. The reminder that you can't just waltz through 4-0. You must see it out to the very end. And they are due. Congratulations tonight for getting those 3 points over the line. Big game against Unai Emery. So many narratives. So much motive, personal motivation and pride for both of those managers up against each other again. It is Arteta who comes out on top for the 3rd time against Unai Emery and increases the lead over Manchester City to 5 points and over Villa to 6 points. We are arriving, yeah? My son. Let me know your thoughts as we look at some statisticals. Less possession than Villa, 47%. 3.17 XG to the 2.67. Slightly superior, but not too much. 6 big chances to 5. It was really much more even, perhaps, than we've made it look. 22 shots, though, to 11. Tells its own story. 3 corners each. Very low amount of corners, but we have capitalised where necessary. Look at that. Arsenal, 18 fouls. Villa 9. 18 fouls for Arsenal. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely brilliant. So 4-1 victory. And next up we have, well, we are 5 wins on the bounce, but we have ended Villa's 11-game winning run. And next up we have Bournemouth and Liverpool. Wow, it doesn't get any easier really in the Premier League, at least. Bournemouth away, Liverpool at home. Big games, win big prizes. Yeah. How are we feeling after that then? Let's have a look at the other results in the Prem. We have Burnley 1, Newcastle 3. Newcastle extending their lead with a goal from Bruno Guimaraes in the 93rd minute. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2 is how it finished. Everton with a 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest. Very big win as well, with a goal second half from Tierno Barry. Moves Everton to 8th in the table. And West Ham United with a 2-2 draw against Brighton and Hove Albion. Big point for West Ham in 18th right now and needing all they can get. Forest in danger of being sucked into that relegation battle ASAP. And then finally we had Manchester United with a 1-1 draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Shocking result for United, but a fantastic point for Wolves, and that is their 3rd point of the season. 3 points from 19 games. They have acquired 33.3% of their seasonal points tonight. It's difficult not to chuckle. I mean, that's a fantastic result for them, I'll tell you that. Lineups wise, Šeško, wow, Šeško with 4 shots on target. Hit the woodwork. 2 big chances missed. 6 shots. Incredible. Mateus Cunha, freshly brought into my FPL team. Flatters to deceive with 2 fraudulent looking shots. No assists. Stop the count, yeah? Are we cooking? What do you think we're cooking, mate? It's looking tiddly, yeah? Are we cooking silverware? We've definitely got the silver platters out, haven't we? We're ready. We're ready. We've risked it all and we await the reward. Come on, you have to win the league from a neutral. It's been horrible watching City win it year after year, watching United win it year after year. The 2 Manchester clubs can suck eggs. Well, Jesus belongs to Jesus. He does indeed. Jesus starting over Big Vic for you now, Hugh. I'll have to think about that one. I don't know. Don't celebrate till May, people. We are ready for the meal. We are being cooked for. We are cooking. Yeah? Love to see it. Right, lads, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you have, please do smash that out of the like button, hype the video, and exercise those freeloading fraudulent thumbs as we proceed into the next one. For now, though, I've been here with you, and this has been 4-1. Sensational scenes.